Hey guys, what's cracking? Godsman here, coming at you with a different type of video today. So, with me, we've got AssaultRider555. Say hi to the audience.
Hi, what's up guys? I'm the one cracking. AssaultRider555 here.
Yeah, so me and my boy AssaultRider here are going to be doing something a little bit different. So I made a post, as you can see up here, calling for fan-made cards in Reddit. And so we're going to be going through today and reviewing what you Redditors out there decided to come up with. I'm expecting some pretty creative cards. I've looked over some of them. My boy here hasn't looked over any of them, so there's going to be a fair bit of surprises, right?
Yeah, sure. It's more like a byproduct of procrastination, but yes, let's go with surprise.
Yeah, surprise sounds a lot more appropriate. Let's just keep it at that. All right then. So let's go ahead and start scrolling down here. So first one, ignoring my original posts, we've got Federia Code 05. Huh. Weird. Anyway, so we've got an order card to start with. If you had told me that an order card was going to be the first custom card we'd be reading here, I wouldn't have believed you. But yeah, so he came with Ascent of the Cursed Souls That Will Devour the World. This is 100% a Zorga card. It's gotta be. So yeah, okay, normal order, grade 2 normal order by Stoicheia. If this is part of Alchemagic, you may perform this effect twice. Ooh, spicy. You must also pay the cost twice. Gotta admit, it's good that they have reminder text like that. That's good form. Pay this with cost Soul Blast 1. Choose one of your rear guards, and until end of turn, it gets auto rear guard once per turn. At the end of the battle, this unit attack cost bind an order from your drop and stand this unit. Oh, which means if you perform the effect twice and you give them, so you can give a singular unit the effect to stand up twice, or you can give 2 units the effect to stand up once apiece. What do you think about this one?
Okay, now see, alright. Let's talk about Zorga for a bit. Zorga can get powerful columns, they can control, and they can also, they have a battle door card, the shark thing. Right?
Yeah, shark fin.
See, now when it comes to decks like Zorga, the best way for it to evolve is to make a rearguard that restands. Right, that's usually the case, like let's say Vera and Cecilia from Clan Collection. Right? So giving Zorga a restand option would be the appropriate step, except for the fact, and I say this with a broken heart, except for the fact that this would not suit Zorga at all. Like, it's mostly because of Nectar sensation. The Nectar order.
Okay, yes. That thing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's up on the screen right now. You can see that. Boop, boop.
Yep, go ahead, take a good look. Okay, it's gone now. Anyways, you were talking about?
Yeah, so see, this order and that order would make it so spammable. Like this not only restands a rear guard, but only makes it restand twice. You can choose the same rear guard to have the same effect. So this order really broken.
Yeah, that is kind of bad, especially when you can consider like the battle door effect and like giving power and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty bad because you're right. It's as you were pointing out, it's kind of like a Dauntless. Like if you were to ride a Dauntless on Dauntless, that thing could like stand up twice, right? So this is kind of the same basic property. Yeah. You know what? I wonder if this could have been balanced out by like having a bigger cost, because Zorga has like ways of literally omitting Soul Blast costs. So I don't know. This was it balanced enough for that.
Yeah, and like this card is basically just free. The binding the order from drop isn't even that big because of Sleeve Tugging Bell.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, okay. Ranking it in terms of realism and balance, this is gonna get like 1 out of 5 or something, which don't expect these rankings for like all these cards or something. I'm just gonna pop it up as I see fit, right? But I will admit, the name has swag factor. Like, this name just feels 100% Zorga.
The name is so good. It's even called Ascend because it restands. 10 out of 10 for naming, but in terms of card design, I'll give it a 3 out of 10. It's good concept, but it's not balanced properly around Zorga.
Yeah, I'll agree. I'll be a little nice and give it a 4, but yeah, about the same. All right, so next up, we're going down, and this right here is going to be one of my favorite ones. I love what this guy did. So we've got Noir Poet 97, and what he's got for us today is a new idea for an Overdress boss unit called Phantom Joker Goranastra, and I think he put RL for like ride line, but anyway, so it's a grade 3, 13k power, persona ride, all that stuff, right? So here's what it does. First effect, auto, Vanguard. When your unit is attacked, if you have a Nova card face up in your order zone, we'll get to that in a second. Cost, counterblast 1 and bind 2 of your rearguards face up, and choose up to 1 card in your order zone and call them to Guardian Circle. There's a lot of question marks. This will clear up. If you have 2 or more Nova orders face up in your order zone, you may call 2 instead. Reminder text here says chosen units are sent to the opponent's drop at the end of the battle, so that's important. If you guard with their units, then they're going to go back to their drop afterwards. Second effect, and this is where it gets a little bit spicy. When this unit attacks, counterblast 1 and put any number of face-up cards in your bind zone into your drop zone, and apply the following effects based on the number put. 3 or more. This unit gets drive +1. Okay. 7 or more. This unit gets continuous. During your turn, all of your front row units get power +5k for every face-up card in your order zone until end of turn. And then 11 or more. Choose up to 4 cards in your drop zone, reveal them to the opponent, then place them on top of your deck and shuffle the deck. Holy crap. There's so much to consider here, but we have got to look at the order to even understand what's up with Phantom Joker. So, okay. Oh, by the way, flavor text for Phantom Joker is you will scream, even in space. Chef's kiss. But, okay, the order is Dark Nova, Black Hole. It's a grade 1 order. You activate it with binding the top 3 cards of your deck face up, so that's the cost. I'm not sure how much cost that is. So, continuous. When your unit would be retired by anything, mind you, you can bind them face up instead. Auto, at the end of the battle, when your opponent's unit would be retired from Guardian Circle, costs Soul Blast 1, and you can consume it instead. So, consumes like what? So yeah, consumes apparently a keyword, which is that if you have an order, when your opponent's rearguard is bound or retired, you can put it into your order zone. So essentially, it kind of snatches their guardians, which, if you'll notice, can then get used for your own guardians, thanks to Phantom Joker. This is loaded. I did a lot of reading. You give your impressions first.
Well, 10 out of 10 for the naming.
I mean, yeah, I don't think anyone is going to, like, omit the fact that I get Blaster Joker vibes from the name.
That's the vibe you got? Alright then. Flavor text very good because there is technically no sound in space.
I know, right? I'm like, legit, when I read this for the first time as I'm skimming through, I'm like, well, someone actually knows science. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Now I wonder if you'll discover like this big old planet that looks like Earth but has a bunch of aliens on it.
Oh god, yeah. Freaking Earth or Cray or whatever they drop in. It's not a very nice planet. Especially Cray, when you realize there's like clans always fighting with each other. Like they're literally like always fighting. But yeah, this one's a really interesting mechanic because I appreciate the fact that it takes a very unique approach because already you're dealing with a bind mechanic. Like you're binding your own rears, which when I looked at that, I was like, Dungaree, is that you? But again, it does it in a very like defensive way, but then you get like these buffs down here. These buffs are kind of cool, like 3+. So in other words, all the cards in your bind zone, you at least want 3, right? So again, it's kind of like Dungaree. So if you get at least 3, then you get a drive. That's fine. 7 or more, though. I'm like, whoa, 7 or more? That's freaky. I'm like, holy crap, right? But yeah, you can get, like, buffs to your front row. That's fine. But can I just point out? This thing kind of legions. This thing kind of legions. I'm like, whoa, you, like, shuffle them back. And then I realized, I mean, agree with me here, right? Like, this feels like Dungaree. Because, again, like, you know, Dungaree, like, at bare minimum, you want 3 from bind to drop. And then if you go all the way out to the final effect will let you recycle from drop of your choice back into the deck, you know? So it's very Dungaree-like.
Can I just say, the first skill is confusing me. It says bind 2 rearguards face up, and then it says choose up to 1 card in your order zone and call it to Guardiansicle.
Yeah. Because it's when your unit is attacked, and one of the things that the order does is when your opponent's unit would be retired from Guardian Circle, you can Soul Blast 1 in order to put it into your order zone, which is the consume keyword. So you're kind of snatching their Guardians, which you can then use to protect yourself when you're being attacked.
Wait. No, I think I misunderstood. So you bind 2 rearguards face up, you choose a card from Order Zone, call it to Guardiansicle. Then if you have 2 or more Nova orders face up in your Order Zone, you may call 2 instead of, you may call 2 instead. So what's with that reminder text?
So, so it's like, sent to the opponent's drop at the end of battle. That's just to say that, yeah, even though you did snatch their Guardians and you kind of like kept them, that they're basically reminding, hey, the moment you're done guarding with it, it's not yours anymore. It goes back to the opponent's possession because it's originally their card. So I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's really cool. Like, I mean, come on. I've never really seen this idea of stealing your opponent's guards and then using it later for yourself. I mean, the closest we've seen to that is Gahoricon, which was a Nubatama G Guardian, which would snatch the opponent's back row and put him to the Guardian Circle. Like,
never mind. I see the entire picture now. Alright, cool.
Yeah, it's so, like, it's kind of bloated, but when you, like, take a moment and really think about it, this is such an interesting card design. The only thing I wonder about is, okay, I wonder how you would be able to supplement this, like, binding that's going on. Because it seems like there's a lot of, like, self-binding, but I'm like, I wonder if, what's the name of this again? Okay, what was the Stargate? Brantgate, that's what they are now. Yeah, they're Brantgate. I wonder if Brantgate's really, like, got what it takes to support this, but holy crap, is this such a cool, interesting design.
Yeah, I agree with that. We'll have to see like what's the rest of the support is, but concept wise this is very interesting, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of 10. I was just blown away. Like, he's got good aesthetic, it's really cool how like unique the effects are, but at the same time, like, you're using an order which is kind of a brand game especially, and in addition to that, this idea of like binding them is sort of like sucking them up into the void, which then goes back to the fact this is sort of a Link Joker-esque kind of, you know, like, I'm tempted to give it a 10 out of 10, but I feel like that's just going to be for my bias, so I'm going to keep it at 9. This was, I mean, Noir Poet, bro, like, if you've got more of something like this, please give it to us. I love this work. Alright.
That 7 plus skill is gonna be absolutely insane though.
Oh my god, would it ever? Like, it is going to be the nuts. Okay, Gale Maniac is coming at us. Okay, so he notes, every time I do this I get roasted, but why not? We promise not to roast you, at least not too hard. Diabolical Necromancer from the future, Zorka. Strides. Okay, so this is a Zorka Stride. Alright, well, this is continuing to be rather irregular. Man, I'm actually kind of surprised with the Overdress stuff that's coming in for this one. I was expecting a lot more like V, but okay, let's do it. So, Act. You may search your deck for an order card, then play it, and perform Alchemagic. That's it. That's the Act skill.
That's not what's for turn. That's not what's for turn.
That's not what's for turn.
Okay, maybe it's like Dragon of Ruination, where like it counts towards the number of orders you played that turn.
Oh, that's true, right? Because like as any group video player will tell you, we just because we have all the meteors doesn't mean we can play all the meteors.
Yeah, and then they just spam a card that can put all the meters in the meter zone. Don't believe what they're saying. They're liars.
Lies. It's deception. Okay, second skill for Zorga Stride is auto, cost, counterblast 1. When this unit attacks, if you have a hard card with Persona Ride, so I guess Magnolia can get in on the action, or I guess Firebrick too, you pay the cost. If you do, you may ride a unit from your heart as stand, and that unit gets, when placed, you may perform Alchemy Magic and drive -2. I need to point out something.
Right from the get-go, this card is absolutely insane. This doesn't just support Zorga, this supports everyone.
Yeah, like seriously, like if you're a Stoic KA unit, then in premium, guess what? You get Alchemy Magic.
Although to be fair, Zorga does need something like this because they cannot, like space is very tight, I guess you can say.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
You cannot play. Maybe, but like this card, I have been waiting for a superior Persona Rider, and like this card delivers on that.
Yeah, it does. It actually does. You make a really good point. Especially if like this thing in itself had like a Persona Ride icon on it. One thing I will note though is this re-ride from the heart is specifically when this unit attacks. So you're actually kind of interrupting your own stride attack in order to re-ride.
They already changed it. Like if you read the comment below.
Let's see. For the second skill, you need to work it as at the end of the battle. Okay, what's up?
Not that 1D above one.
Oh, okay. Second skill is a bit of a hard egg because the re-ride would cancel out the attack. Wouldn't it be better to work at the end of the battle this unit attack? Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, he does say yep. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we'll accept this as canon then.
Yeah. So nice idea. I don't know how to feel about this not being restricted Zorga, and the fact that you can actually activate orders twice in the same turn. Yeah. But I do like that it's a superior rider into Zorga, so it's kind of like Bad Bounty. Although in that case, why wouldn't you just play Bad Bounty?
Well, I mean, I guess because Bad Bounty doesn't have this super cool and convenient axe skill that just straight up Alchemy Magic from the deck.
Yeah, so it's basically just Bad Bounty with Alchemy Magic. It's cool. It's cool. I like it. But yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I like the card.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like an 8. Like, it lacks a little bit of card design gracefulness, but it makes up for that by really touching on what a premium Zorga list would need, necessity-wise.
Yeah. So, I'm giving it a 6 though, because the first skill is already insane. Like, I prefer it if it just pick one thing over the other, but not both. So I'm just gonna give it a 6.
Yeah, that's true. Alright.
Good card though. I liked it.
Okay, so next up we got Akil 13. Okay.
Ooh,
here we go. Here is one. Miracle Element Adelphi. Grade 4 Gray Elemental Strike. Okay, this is gonna be spicy then. Okay, Act Vanguard. If you have a hard card with the Legion ability, cost, put 2 cards in total from your soul and drop zone on the bottom of your deck. This is the cost? Oh yeah, so this is really like Legion. Return this unit to the G zone face up, and all of your cards on Vanguard Circle get power plus 5k until end of turn. Note, Legions have multiple cards on Vanguard Circle. Then choose one of your Vanguards, search your deck for up to 2 cards it can Legion with, and shuffle your deck. If you have 2 cards on your Vanguard Circle, add up to one of the search cards to your hand. If you have 1 card in your Vanguard Circle, it performs Legion with one of the search cards. Put the rest on the top of your deck in any order. That's not even it. Continuous from Vanguard Circle and G Zone. I would admit it. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. If this card is face up, all of your units with the Legion ability get power plus 1k and shield plus 5k and triple drive. Whoa. Oh.
Alright. it started off strong, and then I just get really confused.
Yeah, okay, I will admit, like, essentially having a stride that legions for you, and it's not, like, Crystal Luster or Chain Ranker is really cool. Although, that trips me out. Okay, so, here's the thing. I don't really get the plus 5k shield for all the units with the Legion ability, quote-unquote. I don't really get that very much. Like, what, are you going to use, like, RPDA for, like, a 5k shielder? Yeah, it doesn't really feel that good, but I get the triple drive.
It's for like it's mainly for like if you're because the first skill adds you a Legion mate to your hand or something. So like you can guard with a Legion mate. I'm guessing that's the idea they're going for, or just guard with the Legion leader because Legion leader are great trees.
Yeah, and I think it would have to be the Legion leader because if I remember correctly, only Legion leaders have the Legion ability. Like Legion mates don't even have the ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd have to be the leader, and leaders are like all three, so I guess fine, they can shield, whatever. I like the triple drive thing though, because you are essentially sacrificing a stride for this, so giving you the main benefit of it having the triple drive, like keeping that, yeah, this is really cool. So just a generic Legion support stride. This, oh man, I think in concept, this is one of my favorites, because Legion is so cool, dude, but I'm like, wow, this part right here, like literally, when it goes to like the 2 cards you can Legion with and yada 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 yada, this got confusing. I feel like there's a way to like simplify this,
Like this feels too bloated. Like the second skill, great, like basically turns your Legion into a G unit essentially, but you can actually use the skills. That's amazing, if I'm being honest. But the first skill is like way too bloated. It's like, if you don't mind, I'm gonna give a suggestion. Like basically just you stride into it, you return it back to the G zone, and that's basically just it. Like the second skill only like gives what do you call it? The second skill only gives it the triple drive. But I feel like the first skill can be done with if you were to return it to G zone and then you just search your deck for.
You know what though? I do realize one thing. I think because this is a continuous and the buffs are like continuous, right? So I think the 1k buff here was meant to like up the defensive ability because Legions being at 11k base can be kind of a sad days in premium. I think I get that now, yeah. So now you make them 12k bases and then 13k bases. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, I get what you're going with because it's like, yeah, it felt like it does a lot. Like, holy crap, this is really bloody. Like, this almost feels like it needed 3 effects, because the axe skill does so much. Like, this axe skill is about as bloated as freaking, what's his name? Stun versus axe skill.
I don't think it's... Alright, let's just go with that.
Yeah, fair enough. Freaking, okay. So he has another one, though. So Akio 13 is coming with a second one, which is Shadow Element, Nui. Grade 4, Cray Elemental, G-Guard. Ooh, I love me some G-Guards. Auto, G-Zone. When your unit is placed on Guardian Circle from your deck, we'll have to return to that one. If your opponent has a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, okay, and all your Guardians are grade 3 or lower, put 2 of your Guardians on the bottom of your deck. Call this face down card to Guardian Circle, and it gets shield plus 10k until the end of that battle. Then, retire one of your Guardians and countercharge one. And then it has a second skill, which is an act from the face up G zone, which is Soul Blast 1, choose a face up G guard and turn it face down. I just want to say, placed on a Guardian Circle from the deck. So, if you're not like Gurgit, how do you expect to guard with cards from the deck?
I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. Other than this restriction right here, like, this right here makes it say, hey, are you playing Gold Paladin? Cool. Are you not? Sorry. But if we were to remove that restriction, then this is really cool, because then essentially, as long as, like, the grades are appropriate, you're able to exchange some of your guardians and make this thing like a really cool shielder. The only thing that does get me a little bit though is like, okay, so you can flip this face down because again, G guards have the restriction, like you can't have more than 4 of them face up, you're gonna use them. But the thing that gets me about that is I'm like, okay, so essentially you can keep on using this where you use up 2 cards to get 1 big shield. I'm like, whoa, that's kind of powerful. But then it's kind of fair. It's like, okay, if you've got like a couple of 5Ks and they're just not going to cut it out, it's like, okay, let me just throw a couple of 5Ks and exchange them for a 25K. But I'm like, how many times should a person be able to do that? Because it seems like you could do this a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, like, you see that line of text before the cost?
And all of your guardians are grade 3 or lower, which means you can't have G-Guard.
No, like, all of it. After the comma.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see it.
See it? Completely pointless. Again, like, the only like the one that matters is if all your guardians are grade 3 or lower part, because you cannot use this more than once per battle.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know why it has to if your opponent has a grade 2 or grade 3 Vanguard, because I mean
That's true. I guess the point behind it is when you like use G-Guards the normal way, they come with the restriction of, hey, pitch a heal, but also like only if both grades are grade 3 or greater. So I guess the idea behind this is that you can use this when you're grade 2 and they're grade 3, but then again, why?
Then again, there's not a lot of cards that can call from deck.
That's the thing. From the deck is like, okay, either this is like Gold Paladin or nothing, bro.
There's probably like more supports in mind with what OP is seeing here, but we just don't see it. So we just
yeah. Because here's the thing. This right here, all your guardians are grade 3 or lower, hurts. Because then you can't even use the Murakumo card. Because there's a Murakumo G-Guard that like calls clones from the deck to Guardian Circle. You can't even do that.
Yeah, because that's how they balance it.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I feel like this has like so many like weird restrictions to it. Like its concept is brilliant, but its execution is like really, really flawed. Like I'm gonna give this like a 5 out of 10. Like it's very much in the middle. Like it's got a very high up, but then it's bogged down a lot.
I'll give it a 5 out of 10 as well. Also, I forgot to give the rating for the other one.
Oh yeah, what do you think about Miracle Element here? What's your rating?
6 out of 10, 5 out of 10. Yeah, 5 out of 10. Let's go 5 out of 10 as well.
Yeah, I'll go for 6 on this one. I think it's a little bit better. I think he was paying a little bit more attention to what Legion needed. I think the plus 1k power kind of won me over to a 6, but yeah, overall like Aki like really, really strong concepts. Just maybe the nitty gritty details has to like be improved a bit, but still I really like the concept too. Okay, so next up we've got Lonely Creepy 22. What a cool guy. Miracle Voice Loris V Series, grade 3 gift force. Okay, so this is cool. So finally we find the first like V retrain card. So we've got a Loris retrain. So skill harmony keyword on place. I like it.
Okay.
It's got harmony. You may return 1 Rearguard to the hand. If returned, draw 1. Aqua, is that you? Without a discard. Well, I guess it's like your main Vanguard, so I guess it gets to do that. When attack, you may counterblast 1. If you paid, return 1 Rearguard to hand, and if this unit is on Harmony rather than in Harmony, which reference, guys, Harmony is when you have another unit in the same column. You may call 1. You may call 1 to an empty rear. I'm gonna assume call 1 from hand.
This is just straight up Kairi.
This is Kairi, man. This is like Kairi. It's like, hey, bounce rears back to hand, then call it from hand back to rear. That's it.
Honestly, yeah, I pretty much just want that for V Lowry. So you know what? 7 out of 10. Even though the harmony keyword is there for whatever reason, and they didn't specify whether that second one is Vanguard or Rearguard.
Yeah, not only did they specify that, I just really say it's like call 1 to an empty rear. I'm like, where? Do you just call it from, like, your pants? Do
You-
you call it from your drawer?
But yeah, the idea, it's fine. It needs more specifications, but it's fine. 7 out of 10. I'll give it 7 out of 10 because that's all I want from Loris.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 too, but more on the basis that I like the simplicity of it. Like, it's simple but powerful in concept. Assuming, of course, you get the logistics down. So yeah, 7 out of 10 is pretty good for Loris. All right, I like to see Loris. Okay, this one you take the. You know what? You read this. You read this one because this is all you meant.
Battle Siren support. Alright. Battle Siren Ariana Grande. Alright, let's go. When this unit is placed on Vanguard skill, counter +1, search your deck for up to 2 normal units with Battle Siren their card names. Call them to separate Rearguard circles, and if you roll on top of a grade 3, this unit gets all of your Rearguards with Battle Siren and gets. That is amazing! Gets tricky until end of turn. Continuous. That is amazing. Holy crap. When it attacks, return all of your other Rearguards to your hand. Okay, never mind. This is just a Bermuda card. Okay. I'll read it properly. When it attacks, Soul +1, return all of your other Rearguards to your hand, and if this unit is on Rearguard circle, stand this unit. If this unit is on VC and it is the 4th battle of this turn, discard 2 cards, Battle Siren their card names. Stand this unit and gets strike -1 until end of turn. Now, that should be at the end of battle, not when it attacks.
Well, I mean,
that's like.
wait, but does that like not matter?
When if you restand when it attacks, you're gonna get that drive -1 when it attacks. So you're just gonna do 1 drive check.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that.
God, this card is so good. Like, the only thing I would change is like give it a rest when rested gimmick so that you can work with Durissa. But this card is fantastic. Like, it makes Battle Siren into its own dex. It gives continuous 3k to all Battle Siren units. It returns your Battle Siren units to hand because they're mermaids and they're keeping a Bermuda team here. So this one I really like change the second skill to at the end of the battle, and then you can talk with me about this all day, baby.
Yeah.
So you know what? And my first 9 out of 10.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm giving it like a 9 out of 10 too because like you brought the Bermuda thing. I really like the Bermuda thing, but it's also cool because it's like this right here isn't even like a piddly little Battle Siren support. Like, this is the kind of thing where it's like Battle Sirens are just going to inherently love this because you're like searching 2 Battle Sirens when placed and calling them. So I'm like, holy freaking crap. Battle Sirens can be super toolboxy at that point, and you gotta love a toolbox based Aquaforce because you kind of take their weakness of being Peace Reliant and turning into a strength.
The only another thing I would add is maybe make one of them a Vanguard so that Xephonia can attack from the back row. But other than that, okay, maybe that's a little bit unnecessary. But other than that, yeah, this card is amazing. Yeah. I really like it.
Wow, yeah. So shout out to Nathan Clarence Hearn. He really knew what he was doing with the Battle Siren card. That's awesome. I mean, just the fact that somebody even thought of the Battle Siren card is so cool. I would want that even before like a Blue Wing grade 3, to be honest. All right, so next we have Street Blosian. What an epic gamer name. I love that name. So Street Blosian actually came with 4 cards for us. He's got 4 grade 4s, and these are like main deck grade 4s, and they're for like some of the Overdress cards that haven't gotten their main deck grade 4s yet. So first we've got Live X Veltirosa. So basic stats. So first skill is act once per turn. Choose up to 1 card with Veltirosa and its name from your soul, and until end of turn, this unit gains the chosen card's ability. Remember, this is a main deck grade 4, so this isn't like a stride thing where you have hard cards. When you ride over the grade 3, you just can copy the grade 3 every turn. So, auto. When a ghost is placed in your rear guard during the battle phase, soul charge 1, and that unit gets 5k power till the end of turn. And then it has another skill, which is auto once per turn. When you drive check reveals a trigger unit, soul blast 1, and this unit gets drive +1 until the end of that battle. Huh, it feels kind of modest, but it also, I mean, it's kind of an objective upgrade because you just have Feltyrosa, but more.
This is really good, actually. So, like, now you either get an extra attack or another chance to get an extra attack. So either it's like a failsafe. This actually is really good.
Yeah, I do. I always appreciate it when Vanguards can like achieve extra drive, so how to give up like card advantage, right? So I will admit that's really cool. Let's rate this like.
This can.
What's up?
I can actually realistically see this card actually get released if Feltyrosa actually gets a Grade 4 version. So, card design wise, is actually amazing. It supports Feltyrosa without being broken, because you call that Feltyrosa, you copied, so you have to find a way to put it back in Soul. But yeah, I'll give this a 9 out of 10. Pretty good card design.
Yeah, I gotta admit, it feels like very professional too. Like he didn't skip steps when it came to like actually writing this out as well. And I don't know why I'm a bit of a stickler for the grammar, but let me tell you, the grammar can change it, bro. So yeah, I'll give it a 9 because I don't know that much about Feltyrosa. This just feels like an objective upgrade, you know. All right, Live X Willista. Ooh, okay. Act once per turn, so it's kind of the same basically first ability, which is you have an act to look at a Willista and Soul and get the abilities, so it's basically Willista but more. Second skill, Auto Vanguard Circle once per turn. When you Soul Blast True Hearted Ruby, this unit gets plus 10k, and your opponent cannot guard with Sentinels during the battle of this unit attack. Ooh, another lone roll potentially? That's interesting. Auto VC once per turn. When you Soul Blast Everlasting Sapphire, your front row gets 5k and a crit until end of turn. Wow, including itself, including this guard restrict card. Wow, okay. Auto Vanguard once per turn. At the end of your turn, you may choose a True Hearted Ruby or Everlasting Sapphire in your drop zone and put in a Soul. Oh, wow. This card is devastating. Holy crap. I mean, if you wanted to give Willista a win condition, here you frickin' go. That's a bit too much.
Let me just try to get my thoughts here.
Yeah, this is, while you're thinking about that, I just gotta, like, say straight up that, a good friend of me, not a good friend of mine, yeah, a good friend of mine once told me that, as a rule of thumb, do not combine crits, Sentinel restricts, and big power all in one card. That's generally a bad combination. And here you have with 10k and 5k power, with a crit and a Sentinel restrict. That's kind of dangerous. Me personally, I'm going to go with a 6 out of 10. It felt like it was less about addressing what Willista really like. It gave Willista a win condition, which I really like, but he kind of went a little bit overboard. Like Feltyrosa had some subtlety with it, you know. Feltyrosa felt properly balanced and actually still like it felt balanced, but it gave good effects for what the deck needed. This one's more like, hey, if you just want to like hit like a truck, here you go. You got any thoughts on this, or do you just want to move on?
Let me just when you you see,
so what's up?
This card feels a bit too flawless. I don't like that it's becoming a theme for them to just straight up copy all effects. It's starting to get unoriginal here.
Yeah, I am noticing with the other two. I'm skipping through them. He doesn't continue the trend, so that's good. I'm glad about that, because otherwise it's like, well, what's the whole point? Why don't we just have Bastion and Bruce Grade 4 copy originals?
Yeah, okay, cool. But like, I don't think it should copy the old cards. Like the Grade 4 shouldn't the grade 4 should improve slightly on what the old ones while providing the benefit of triple price. But I don't think this one does that. I feel like this one is a bit too overblown.
Yeah, agreed. Like 100%. This you just like gave it a bunch of like super powerful good stuff and just called it a day.
And not to mention, you can copy the same Willy style effect with this, which means that everything's gonna get super big.
Everything's gonna feel kind of like a gauntlet buster almost.
And then the second skill, it refuels itself. That should be on a support. That should not be on the main Vanguard.
Yeah. So I'm Street Bojan. Your Felty Rose is really good. Your Willow Stick needs a little bit more balancing though. But okay, so for the third card, wait, actually no, let's break this a little bit. I'm gonna give this like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a 5, but then a 3 out of 10 sounds more reasonable.
Yeah, it sounds more like compared to what we gave, like 5 out of 10s. Yeah, this is a little bit lower than that. But hey, Felty Rosa got a 9 out of 10, so it balances out, right? Celestial, grade 4.
Yep. Yeah, I'll give Felty Rosa a 9 out of 10 as well. It's pretty good.
So Felty Rosa has different skills. So first skill of the... Sorry, no, not Felty Rosa, Celestial, sorry. So Celestial, grade 4 here. Live X Celestial has the skill. Continuous. If there's a card that is bound, both white wings and black wings of your cards are active. Holy crap. You just unlocked the deck, dude. You don't even need other skills. But she's got more. So white wing skill is during your turn, this unit gets plus 10k in a drive. Quadruple drive. Okay. And black wing skill is continuous during your opponent's turn. All of your opponent's units get power minus 5k, and their first trigger effect that activates is nullified. This card is nuts.
Okay, right off the bat, yeah. It does fix the quote-unquote flaw of needing to build either one. But the continuous skill, I'm assuming that the continuous skill is like you have to bound it during that turn. If there is a card that is bound that turn, I'm assuming that's where they're going the direction, because otherwise this would be way too broken.
Yeah, because I'm like, what the frick, dude? Like, I feel like at the very least you should pay like a pretty like good big cost in order to unlock the both wings for until like the end of the opponent's turn, right? Like you would think it'd be like, hey, you know, like CVC with Soul Blast 1 or something like that, right? Like something big costly, but this is just like, hey, no, there's like no cost on this. This is kind of freaky, and it's like, yeah, just get 10k in a drive over here. And then the other one is kind of insulting, where I'm like, all of your opponent's units get power minus 5k, and their first trigger effect that activates is nullified? Nullified? I will admit, I find this really hilarious, this trigger effect nullified. I will find it really hilarious if they drive check a mother frickin'
what trigger?
Yeah. That's really funny to me, dude.
Okay, maybe the first trigger effect being nullified is like super meh. Not super meh, but like not appropriate.
Yeah, it's like these are really powerful skills, but they aren't warranted. They like we needed to pay a cost and we needed to like set this up, but instead it's just like, here you go. Like you would think that with the grade 4 of Celestial, it's like, okay, play skillfully and get even more powerful advancement of Celestial's gameplay style. But instead it's like, oh, you thought you were gonna have to try any harder? No, here you go. You just get everything.
Like, yeah, I feel like this kind of, what do you call it? This feels effortless. But it makes, what I meant by that is that it makes the deck effortless, and I don't like that. If it were to manipulate your binds them continuously for a cost, then so that you can alternate between black and white wings, you know, with a cost, then I'd be fine with that. But this feels too effortless.
Yeah, this is gonna get like a 2 out of 10 for me. This was pretty meh.
I'm giving it a 1 out of 10.
Yeah,
Okay, no. Gosh, 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10. Yeah, let's save 1 out of 10 for something that's just truly like a dumpster fire. There is at least a little bit of passion in this one. All right, so this next one is, oh boy, Chaos Dukes X Orphis. So let's see, Grade 4 Orphis.
Before we go into this, before we go into this, I straight up read a guy made a Grade 4 Orphis, and the effect is literally you get to call 3 shadow token armies for free every main phase, and I'm like, why does this exist?
Bro, if you love that, then read this, my friend. Act once per turn, call up to 3 shadow army tokens. And if you are 4 or more damage, limit break for whatever reason, you can call up to 5 Shadow Army tokens. No cost.
Why is that costless? Why is that costless? Why is that costless?
Or, like, seriously, like, Orphis literally just goes, and it's all out there. All of them. Shadow Army tokens. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
The reason, like, Orphis is literally balanced around that Counterblast 2 skill. Like, because the deck is essentially free. The Counterblast 2 is really the only cost that you're actually going to be paying. This is going to break the format.
Bro,
this is actually going to break the format.
Seriously, this breaks the format, and check it out. There's even more effects.
Oh no.
Continuous, Van Rear. So this is even continuous on Rear. Holy crap. During your turn, if your world is Dark Knight, your front row and Shadow Army tokens, so your Vanguard and all your tokens get plus 5k power. Why?
Okay, that's fine.
If your world is, I guess, I mean, everything's getting 5k. If your world is Abyssal Dark Knight, your front row and Shadow Army tokens get 10k instead. All those tokens are like, what, 25 now? That's like a 50k column.
Honestly, that's fine because it's in team with the rest of the Grade 4s. It's fine, I think.
Okay. Bam, why the frick did you get so many tokens though? Okay, auto once per turn. At the end of a battle, thank God this is a once per turn, where a Shadow Army tokens battles boosted or is retired. Retire that unit if it wasn't already retired. Countercharge one and draw a card.
Nope. This card is gonna break the game. Dude, this card is gonna break the goddamn game.
He is literally an anti-cost. He's free and then builds you resources with your free resources.
Alright. Okay, what's his name? Straight Pollution Buddy. This list started out so great, and then it just went down and down and down and down. I am so sorry, but this is getting a 1 out of 10 from me. This is really a dumpster fire.
This is
horrible,
so sorry, bro. This is this is literally like, I feel sad for Overdress. Like, Overdress will weep tears with this, man. 1 out of 10. I'm sorry, but hey, you know what? Your Fancy Rose is amazing.
Your Falcon Rosa is amazing though, but I am so sorry that I have to say such harsh words, but this thing is garbage. I am so sorry. I am so sorry for it.
Okay. Trick Professional is up right now, but I see Kaiser Dragon.
Wait, hold on. There's nothing. The only thing that's going to cost Counterblast in that deck is literally the orders, and the only order that costs the Counterblast is like the one that costs Shadow Army tokens, which means this thing nothing costs a Counterblast anymore.
Yeah, because you really don't need Orphis anymore. You just sit on Grade 4 Orphis, so that CV2 is out too. What the frick?
Oh, it's active on Rearguard too. Oh no.
And you know what that means? It can stack. You can have one on Van and the other one on Rear.
What is the counter charge one for then? Okay, yeah, this card's gonna break Overdress.
I'm sorry, bro. And yet we have things like Phantom Blaster Dragon out there.
I'm so sorry, bro.
Okay, Trick Professional 13. What do you got for us? Name, the future hero. Still thinking about the name. I like the name. Okay, so it's a grade 3 Persona Ride icon. So this is another Overdress type thing. It's a Cray Elemental Overdress unit. It's a hero or future human or whatever the frick. Type of card, normal unit.
Female hero.
E-hero, let's go. Elemental hero, okay. Effect, act, Vanguard Circle. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade or greater, wow, I think there's an applicable meme for this one. If your Vanguard is grade or greater.
Alright, let's just do stage real greater.
LOL. Cost CB1 and discard a card from your hand. Okay. Search your deck for up to one grade 4 or higher future hero unit card and write it as stand. Then, at the end of the turn, you may retire all the cards in your Vanguard circle and write a grade 3 or lower card from your soul. Hey, Chronojet Dragon, what's up? I didn't think you time leapt all the way to the future.
Damn. Well, spoil, but Chronojet Dragon is dead though.
Chronojet Dragon can like literally like jump through time, bro. Like literally like a past version of him could be 3k years in the future, you know?
Yeah, but like the actual Chronojet Dragon is dead.
Yeah, and now we have the future hero. He's the future Chronojet, bro. Oh, he's a human now, but whatever. Okay, so we have a Chronojet skill. The second skill is at the beginning of your ride phase, Soul Blast 1 to choose one circle other than Vanguard circle. Okay, is this going to be an out to unlock before that's even a thing in Overdress? And put all the cards on that circle on the bottom of the deck. Then search your deck or drop for up to the same number of unit cards as the number of cards you put to the bottom of the deck and call them Rearguard. This is 120% a freaking Gear Chronicle. You have like the bot decking mechanic and the pseudo stride mechanic rolled into one. Whoa.
This is literally just Militant Egg Dragon.
Yeah, that's pretty freaky.
Which is up on the screen right now. You guys the audience can see it. Militant Egg Dragon.
So tell us a bit about this card.
Which one?
The future hero. What are your impressions of it?
It's Chronojet and Militant Egg. This feels more like a premium card than an Overdress card.
Yeah, and like what the frick does a Militant Dragon even do again?
The counterblast one. Put cards on circles other than Vanguards, all of them on the bottom of your deck. Look at the top 3, call 2, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck.
Wow, yeah, it's basically like that, yeah. At least there's like Counterblast, Discard, and Soul Blast to some of this stuff, so like there's at least like costs. One thing that's interesting about this is, would Persona Ride trigger here? I don't think so.
No, because you're going to be riding a grade 4 hero and then you ride back into a grade 3. So, like it's probably not going to. It's not going to trigger.
I'm probably gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
This card, I'm a bit iffy on. It's a bit weird for an Overdress card. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10.
Ooh, you know what? I think you're convincing me to go with 6. Yeah, I'm gonna settle on 6 because like it's very Gear Chronicle-y, but it doesn't really feel like it needed to do it like this. You know, it's a little bit it feels incomplete. You know what I mean? Like it feels like it's very derivative and it's incomplete, but it's got cool concepts. Like at least it's very much like based on good roots here. So yeah, Trick Professional's given us a pretty cool concept here. I'd actually like to see some Rearguard for the future heroes to kind of expand on that. So Sensei RP, really cool redditor here, man. I wanted him to post something cool. And Rearguard,
the man of the hour. Oh shit! Oh no!
Yeah, baby! It's a great 2.
10 with 5k shield. Oh my god! So, this is the one. This is the Rearguard before he became an absolute backstabbing bitch.
Yeah, like he's not Supremacy Black Dragon. He's just Rearguard Dragon. He's just Rearguard.
I don't know why it's grade 2. I don't know why it's grade 2. There's no reason for it to not be grade 3 because what do you call it? Oh wait, never mind. I just thought it a bit of a skill. Never mind. Okay, just continue.
So continuous. While Rearguard is in the drop, it is counted as 7 grade 1s. Wow, that is 100% for V Claret. Like enough said there. Freaking if your Vanguard is named Claret Sword, this unit gets power plus 5k, Okay, he even gets, like, explanations. Call back to G units giving boost of 15, but instead, Orcish will just be 15. Oh. Okay. Okay. Rearguard. Cost. When your Vanguard named Claret Sword attacks, retire this unit from the Rearguard circle, and your V Claret Sword. I like how it says, like, V Claret Sword as if to say, like, Vanguard Claret Sword, but it's also, like, V Claret Sword, like, the kind of Claret Sword we're, like, referring to, because this is clearly meant for that one. And it gets crit plus 1 and 10k. Oh, calls out to Claret's GB2 skill. Fair enough. Different effect I'm thinking about. Okay. When your V Claret Sword attacks, this one's capitalized. Retire this unit and your Vanguard gets drive plus 1 in the following effect. If you reveal grade 1 units in your drive check, you can send them to the drop zone for plus 10k. Oh! That's cooler. That's cooler. Okay, so you kind of are giving us like a Dauntless Dominate Dragon effect with like Claret. That's pretty neat. I like that.
I'm also a bit iffy on this one because I don't know which one would fit Claret better or which one would be more balanced. Either way, I think I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Maybe it's just because I'm not that much of a Shadow Paladin player, but this card just seems weird to me.
Yeah, I'm more of a Shadows guy, right? And I totally see what he's going for here. I'm actually going to give this like a 7.5 out of 10, and the reason why is I think this effect down here, right, this alternative effect is really good, because one of the crappy things about Claret Sword is for all this effort that you put into like binding 7, which yeah, I get it, this counts as 7 grade 1s, and there is that promo Entwined Roots that also counts as like 7 grade 1s, but despite that, right, for all this effort that you're doing, like all Claret Sword does for binding 7 like grade 1s from the drop is stand up with minus drive. That's it. That's really it. So the fact that you can like give him extra drives to combat that is really cool, and the fact that he can get like more power on top of it, because then this really incentivizes running like a Force 2, putting on Claret Sword, and Claret Sword becomes like your main man there. So this would really solve Claret Sword, I think.
Alright, I agree. Yeah, I think the second effect would be better rather than the first effect, because you don't want to give a restander not a crit.
Right, yeah, that is true. So like giving it a crit like also feels a little bit like iffy. Like I think the drive is better because yeah, again, like minusing a drive is like ew. When yeah, like that's it. Like it's just like okay, stand with minus drive. Like seriously, like Raging Fall Dragon knew better than that. Yeah, but then again, Raging Fall Dragon didn't bind 7 grade 1s for drop zone, did he? Okay, so next up, Reckless Boy. I love this name. Seal Dragon Georgette. Ooh, okay, so we got a Seal Dragon support card. Act once per turn, I'm going to assume from the Vanguard circle. Counterblast 1 and discard 1. For every grade 2 on your opponent's rear guard, unlock 1 card in your field or countercharge 1. Oh. Oh. Huh. Okay. Okay, your opponent has a couple Zirconiums out there? Well, sorry to say, but we're going to be unlocking. Well, then again, Chaos Breaker will still give you the middle finger for it, but okay, cool. That's actually kind of nice. Second skill, Continuous. During your turn, all of your front row gets 5k power for every grade 2 your opponent has in the field. Then for every 2 grade 2s on your opponent's field, this card gains a crit. If there are 4 more grade 2s in your opponent's field, this card gains drive plus 1. Okay, so big attacker, has an unlock and also a counter charge. This seems really weird.
The unlock skill is weird, but the rest of the skill is fine. Let's pull up the original Georgette right over here.
Alright.
Let's read what it does. So, Georgette. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Okay, so it's when this unit attacks the Vanguard, this unit gets 5k for each of your opponent's grade 2 rearguards until the end of that battle. If the number of your opponent's grade 2 rearguards is 2 or greater, this unit gets critical plus 1 until the end of that battle. Now, this is a fine buff because it gets 5k crit and a drive. Like it's a fine buff, and Seal Dragons realistically want to go Force 1 anyway.
The countercharge. What do you think about the countercharge? Does that feel relevant in a Seal Dragon deck?
I mean, you have to CB and discard to countercharge, so I don't really see the point of that countercharge skill.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in theory, if your opponent has, say, like 2 Great 2s, then you're essentially discarding 1 to countercharge 1.
Yeah, I guess, but like, I don't. The first skill is just straight up weird.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it too much. It seems very matchup dependent. It's like, Seal Dragon is not that kind of deck where you can just like drop cards for countercharges. Like in Seal Dragon, it's less about like, oh, how do I countercharge? It's more like, I'll run Emerald if I need to, and if I don't, well, there's not that many CBs anyway.
But about the second skill, though, I don't think it should give power to the front row, because that'll maybe power creep blockade. But
yeah, that's really true, right? Like, we have to consider how this would work with blockade. Like, you know what? I think this would have been like kind of cooler if this actually was sort of like a break right target for blockade. That would have been kind of sweet.
Yeah. But I think Gorge, whatever the hell their name is,
Georgette.
I think it should just be a self-powering finisher rather than something that powers your entire field. Like maybe like a supporting Rearguard that goes to blockade. I think that'll be better. You know, a Rearguard that performs strike checks on blockade's turn. I think that'll be better rather than be its own Vanguard. But that's just a personal opinion.
Yeah, because like blockade has a lot to like compete with, right? Like it has to compete with Blade Master, it has to compete with the Cross, it has to compete with Dauntless. Like hell, even like Blazing Flare is potentially one of the best like grade 3 supporters that we've seen in the history of Kagero.
No.
Well, I mean, okay, we're pretty divided on that one, so I'm just not going to like go too much into that, and I'll just leave it at.
No. It is the best one Kagero has ever got. But not because of the gift removal skill. You're not gonna use that anyway. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So, Dab Overlord 69. He I've seen this dude around a fair bit, and he's got Dragonic Overlord, the Legend for V. Yeah, this follows. This is very on brand.
We haven't given a reading for Georgette yet.
Oh yeah, Georgette. Georgette gets 4 out of 10.
This card is weird for them.
Yeah, he gets a 4. It just feels like a 4, you know? Okay, so Dragonic Overlord the Legend. Stats, nothing weird here. Act, once per turn. Counterblast 1, and either discard or Soul Blast a grade 3 Flame Dragon. This card gets plus 15k, drive plus 1, and the ability that after this unit attack, counterblast 1 and discard 2 to restand this unit. Oh man, it doesn't get the plus 1 grade? Man, that would have really sold the whole Super Stride mechanic. Yeah, whatever. Auto. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked a Rearguard. Stand this unit. Oh hey, that's really like original Dragonic Overlord. Cool. Continuous. This unit cannot perform drive checks when attacking Rearguards. Okay.
Okay, now that second part of the con is unnecessary. That con I think is unnecessary.
Well, I mean, okay, let's read this final effect first, because I think this like is kind of nuts when you read this final effect, right? Because it's like once per turn, Soul Blast 1 and discard a card to restand this unit after attacking a Vanguard and gain -1 drive. How do you gain -1 drive? You just say with -1 drive, or it loses a drive or something, right? So here's the thing.
This
thing attacks a lot.
That Rearguard effect. Okay, it's because it's not a once per turn. I see.
Yeah, that's nuts. Literally, just like all the front row gone, right? And then it's like this thing like cannot perform.
Okay.
Right, go on.
This card's too crazy for me. Because it completely power creeps DN without balancing it with the cross. It's a bit too much, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I'll give it.
What the frig? Oh, this is a headache. I mean, I liked your interpretation on the legend better, honestly. But who knows? Maybe we'll see that one day. But I actually like that one better. But even then, that one was kind of nuts.
Which is going to be up on the screen right now. Here you go. My interpretation of Dragon Overlord the Legend.
Take a good minute to read it. You look at that. Does it seem crazy? It's because it is. Alright, it's gone.
I'll read it.
Okay.
Wait, no, wait, no. Put it back up.
It's up. Okay, it's up.
It's up. Alright. Let me just read it right here. So, Dragonic Overlord the Legend. Okay. Let me just prepare myself. I'm so British and paused.
Oh God.
Sorry, I cannot. Okay, here it is. We're gonna overload the legend. When this unit is placed on Vanguard, Secure, or Rotophone, count +1, soul +1, and discard a grade 3 card from your hand. Choose one of your Vanguards, and until end of turn, that unit gets power 15k, grade +1, and drive +1. And then at the end of the battle, that this unit attack. If this unit drive is 3 or more, discard 3 cards from your hand, stand this unit, and it gets drive -1. So it's basically just it. I was trying to balance it with the cross, and and make it so that it's more beneficial if you write the legend on top of the legend. But that's about it. I'm not gonna show you. I'm not gonna show you the rest of the support because they were kind of unoriginal. But yeah, this is just the legend. But yeah.
Yeah. One last thing before we rate this. One really funny thing is if you play this version, if you play Dav's Overlord here, and you attack with the Rearguard first, this says this cannot perform drive checks when attacking Rearguards, right? If you just PG it, then and there.
If you do, they'll just keep restanding and attacking it.
At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. Oh, because it didn't hit. It didn't even need to hit. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't need to hit.
Never mind. Oh, God. This thing's busted. This thing is oh my God. This is 2 out of 10. What the frick?
It's not once per turn, so yeah, I think I'll give it the same rating as you.
Oh man, Dav, look, this was really cool in concept, but you gotta hold the brakes, buddy. Everyone already loves Overlord. We don't need to hate him even more. I like Sage's comment. Card seems kind of borked. Okay. Moonlight Guiding Sage Marlene. It's a Shadow Paladin. Ooh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to take the stage here.
Just have to say, Sage has a good point there. Well, not that Sage, the other Sage, the grand blue one.
Yeah.
This guy is always on point about everything he says. So what he says here, completely true.
Yeah, read this, guys. This guy is spitting straight facts, and Dav's just well, it's legend. We can find a way to make this fair. Yeah, we certainly could, man. Okay, so Rayman 39. So he has Marlene, and what Marlene does is, oh, by the way, no. This stat is a triple drive for grade 3. Notice that, guys. Auto. When placed on van or rear, okay, call one grade 1 unit onto the rearguard circle. Again, from where? Both this unit and the called unit gets plus 30k power. Okay.
Yes, from... I'm guessing it's either from hand or soul. It's fine, we'll just continue.
Okay. Imagine it's from deck and that's just it. That's the end of it. Or just even from drop. Holy crap. Okay. Act. Retire up to 3 of your rear guards and retire the same number of your opponent's rear guards. Ooh, judging by how this skill is worded, you get to choose, unlike PVO. That's kind of cool. If 6 rears were retired in total, countercharge 1 and this unit gained 1 critical. Not sure this is particularly good, but it didn't really mean to put that much thought into it. Huh, that's interesting. So this actually feels kind of like PPO.
Really? Because I feel more of a Ogma vibe from this.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Ogma had a similar thing, didn't it? Although wasn't Ogma a bit more hefty with the costs and setup?
No, not Ogma. What do you call it? Dark Dragon, Distress Dragon. That one.
Distress. That was the Counterblast 3, Soul Blast 3 one, right?
Kind of less 3, soul blast 3, do a bunch of shit, and if you retire some stuff, counter judge 1 and soul judge 1. That card was so weird.
Yeah,
It
oh
was
my
so-
god. Yeah, I mean, just look at it right now, guys. You see this? Yeah, this is like peak Shadow Paladin when it's on a rampage and does not give a frick about resources.
And then Noir just came out. It's like, yo, you guys gotta chill. You guys gotta chill.
Yeah. You know what though? I kind of like what Rayman is going with here. I think this is actually like kind of cool skill. This actually feels a little bit like what kind of like how Car is a supporting rear that can get you more units, but then this also has like more strength. I'm just gonna assume this like the axe skill here. It doesn't specify van or rear, so I'm just gonna assume it's a van only skill, which is like kind of cool. Yeah, this is going to get like a 6.5, no, more like a 7 out of 10 for me. Like, if you're talking about basic like Shadow Paladin cards, like something that if you just want to introduce someone to Shadow Paladin, this is a pretty cool card to get them with, you know? It gives you the idea pretty well. Call grade 1s, sack them, get power.
Honestly, I just think that this is a weird card. Like, it's a counter charger that controls. Honestly, yeah, fair enough. Like, Shadow Paladin doesn't get a lot of counter chargers, so 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, card.
Yeah, pretty okay.
I feel it's a bit too free for control and counter charge, but yeah, it's fine. Although the only thing I'd say now, this is gonna be such a stupid opinion, so you guys can skip ahead. But I feel like this should have been Ildona.
Bro, okay, moving on. I'm not even gonna talk about that. Moving on.
No, come on, don't be like that. Give the OG some respect. Give the OG some respect, man. Come on.
Okay, I acknowledge it. Ace 7-5, just for reference, gives me like 30 cards. I'm not gonna be looking at them, especially since it's like D-Series Big Dream. Like, holy crap, I don't got time for that. But okay,
no, I'm so sorry.
This one.
I'm so sorry, but no.
Hell no, I'm sorry. Here we go. Rand Orosu has Pelennor support. This is the last one of the night, fellas. Check this out and pray with us, because even I haven't read this, so I'm just gonna like scroll up a little bit.
I actually have. They made their own post about Pelennor reverse, and I have to say, it's interesting. That's all I have to say about it.
Okay. So, ironically enough, my boy AssaultRider has actually seen this, and I haven't seen this one. Okay, let's see. So, White Hair, the Lunar Eclipse, Pelennor reverse. 3 mana Feek. Good name. Continuous Vanguard. If you have a locked card, your opponent's Vanguard gets grade +1. What? Your opponent's Heal Guardians cannot activate. They are on grade 2, but now they can G-Guard. Wow, that was very premium oriented. Okay, let's see. Act, Vanguard. Cost, lock a Rearguard. Choose a Rearguard, and it gets +15k power and -1 crit until end of turn. Okay. Auto Vanguard Circle. When wrote upon, choose. Okay, put a card into your soul. I guess from anywhere. Your Vanguard gets drive +1, stand a Rearguard for every lock card you have, and they get crit +1 until end of turn. Oh. So this is.
Never mind, I haven't started.
This is regular.
Never mind, I haven't started. Yeah.
This one.
So. When wrote upon purple.
Whoa.
Stand.
Huh.
Okay, this one is a bit too crazy for me. I thought I saw this one because I saw a post about Pelennor reverse, but I think this is like a different. It's the same card, so I feel like this skill is different. But yeah, this feels a bit too crazy for me. Like the 15k and -1 crit thing is obviously. Wait, does Pelennor needs a Rearguard to hit?
Yeah, Pelennor needs a Rearguard to hit, and he also specifically needs a Rearguard to hit a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, which is, he doesn't explain it, interestingly enough, in the, like, little note here, but that's, like, the real value of giving your opponent's Vanguard a grade 1, because that means he can use Pelennor when they're originally grade 2.
Yep. So the purpose. Okay, I don't know why they said that your opponent's Heal Guardians cannot activate. I think they meant G Guard. Because,
they meant G Guard.
because your Heal Guardians can still activate because you still technically haven't rolled a grade 3.
That means if your grade 2 becomes a grade 3, you still haven't done the action of riding a grade 3.
Yep. So, it's fine.
Okay, here's the thing. This -1 crit is weird.
It's to encourage. It is basically to encourage the opponent to no guard. It basically just turns Pellinor from a on-hit to a at the end of battle, because this encourages your opponent to not guard the attack, because what exactly are you gonna guard if it does no damage?
Well, here's the thing, but then can you also just just give it plus 15k, say screw it to the -1 crit, and encourage the opponent to no guard by virtue of the fact that they are going to lose all their cards guarding?
Well, but then you'll lose out on gift spamming.
I mean, well, yeah, but then again, we have Percival for that, right? We already have a bunch of rear guards.
Yeah, but the second skill restands the rearguard for every lock card you have, which is why you want to rerun into Pellinor.
Yeah, and they get crit +1, so that's so weird to me. So, basically, you give them back their crit. It's okay, so now you guys can deal damage. But it's wait, that's so weird to me. That's so weird to me.
The -1 crit is basically just to encourage people to not guard, and then you ride, and then you restand back that rear guard, and then you give it back the crit loss. So honestly, this card is actually pretty creative. I don't know if it's good in practice, but in concept it is pretty creative, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It lost 2 points. It lost 2 points because it's a bit weird, but it's also really creative. So yeah, it's 8 out of 10 for me.
I will say that I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 as well, but I think I'm a little bit in a different camp for why I'm giving that rating. I think its creativity is really cool because it's very here's the thing. I think it's too cognizant of regular Pellinor. You know, it's everything about this is get your Pellinor ride from hand. I'm like, okay, that's really cool. You're giving the opponent a grade and you're minusing crits. These are really cool ideas that actually have a functional purpose. But then you think about it, you're like, wait, it's just to give you Pellinor. That's it. The Pellinor is not some super kick-ass Vanguard. I mean, it's okay, because it's you would think that a reverse is an enhancement or a side grade at least of the Vanguard that they were originally from, right? You have certain ones like Himiko that's sort of you could think of as an upgrade, but then you have Raging Fall, which is more of a side grade. It just does it differently from regular Raging Form. This Pellinor reverse is all about, hey, we really want you to get Pellinor Superior Ride. Does it do anything beyond that? I mean, not really. Not very much.
Second skill. Yeah, but the third skill. Remember about the third skill.
Yeah.
The purpose of this card is essentially just to remove the flaws of Pellinor without making it broken.
True. It removes the flaws of Pellinor, but then Pellinor just becomes kind of average. So I'm like, huh. I mean, you have to remember that one rearguard keeps the 15k. So if it hits again, if the rearguard hits again at any point in time, you get to write another Pellinor from hand. Wait, you get to write another Pellinor from hand? Let's pop up Pellinor here real quick, fellas. Holy crap! Does Pellinor actually do that? Can you do multiple Pellinors?
If you have to, of course you can.
I mean, okay, but then again, Pellinor's Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 3 each time you do it.
Yeah, that's why That's why the third skill has a put a card from your hand into soul. And I think it's not to say put a card from hand into soul. It just says put a card into soul, but I think it's meant from hand.
Yeah. Whoa. Sheesh. Huh.
Okay,
Oh.
the soul cost may seem a little bit weird, but we do have supporting already existing supporting rearguards that put themselves into soul. And then you draw a card and call it. I forgot the name, but it's like a great one gold paladin card that does that.
Sheesh. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Fine. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with an 8 out of 10. I think it's 8 out of 10. Like despite like what it lacks, I will say that the creativity is really a high point for me. So that's cool. I like this one. Anyway, it continues.
However, we haven't gone through the support yet, so let's see it.
Yeah, so Flash Edge Valkyrie. I like that he brings like Flash Edge Valkyrie and Flame Better Valkyrie. These were like really cool gold paladin cards. Okay, so grade 2. Banner Rear, when placed, look at 7 cards on the top of your deck, reveal a Pelennor and put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. Wow, it's whenever it's placed.
Simple.
And simple +1, like Igni Road, eat your heart out.
Whoa. Okay, I just realized. That works on both Vanguard and Rearguard.
Yeah, you can ride a Flash Edge and then call a Flash Edge and potentially get 2 Pelennors without like having to pitch cards for them. Like you actually get like +2.
Okay, balance wise, this is not balanced at all.
Yeah, like I think you could have balanced this by having it be a hard once per turn, you know?
Not hard ones per turn, but like a more like classic counterblast because it searches top 7 and it works on both Vanguard and Rearguard. Usually cards like that have a counterblast cost. Otherwise it's Vanguard only.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, auto Rearguard. Sorry, go on.
Has a second skill.
Okay, yeah. Second skill.
No, it's just...
When its attack does not hit, if your opponent has 4 or less cards in their damage zone, counterblast 1. Put the top card of your opponent's deck into their damage zone face down. At the end of the turn, your opponent returns that card to the bottom of their deck, and you do not have a Pelennor or Vanguard return. Okay.
I have actually no idea what's the purpose of that.
What the frick? What? So it's like you basically put him closer to death, but only for the turn.
Okay, I guess that's the point. I have absolutely no idea what this card is and what's the purpose of this card. If it's... yeah, I have absolutely no idea what... You know what? I think I may have spoken too soon when I said something about the support.
Sheesh, dude.
The second skill makes no sense at all. Like, Pelennor doesn't need this, it needs more soul.
Wow, I kind of get it in the sense that like it's pressuring even more, but this is not the kind of pressure we're looking for. Like you should have like this should have like when it doesn't hit, it should have had an ability to like counterblast 1 and stand it up, you know, like once per turn, of course. You know, like if it doesn't hit.
Yeah, this feels a bit. This doesn't feel appropriate because then your opponent will be like, oh, I'm not letting anything hit.
Wait, you know what? I think I kind of get this. This is super petty, but think of it this way, right? I think I just realized. If
it's fine, I get it.
Yeah. Reverse Pelennor is like, hey, minus a crit, so it's like, you know what? Deal him a damage anyway.
But like it if you have 0 crit, it still counts as hitting.
Yeah, so I think like it's like they would guard just to like not let regular Pelennor proc, but then it's like, wow, okay, talk about like being able like just like that's so petty, dude.
Talk about being so toxic and petty. Oh my god, here's a damage for you.
It's like, you will pay for playing the game accurately. Okay, so Flash Edge is really weird. I'm also a little bit weirded out with the fact that Flash Edge doesn't have anything to do with like Blade Feather, you know?
I get the idea behind a Flash Edge, but it doesn't feel appropriate. A restander would have been much more appropriate. This just feels weird. I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, you read my mind. 4 out of 10, 100%. Alright, Blade Feather Valkyrie. Grade 1, let's see, Activate or Rear. Rest this unit. If you have a Valkyrie or Pelennor Vanguard, oh good, so at least Blade Feather didn't forget about her sister Flash Edge. You may perform Countercharge 1/Soul Charge 1, so you get one of each. Or choose a Pelennor from your drop zone and put on top of your deck. Ooh. Oh! You know what? This is really cool with old Pelennor.
Oh, premium Pelennor. I see.
Yeah, you literally like get to call it from deck and ride it. I'm like, okay, you know what? That's swag factor. This is way cooler. And this has another effect. Auto from whoa, a grade 1 has a hand effect. Okay.
And also you can grab it back with Flash Edge. You can grab the one you put on top of your deck with Flash Edge.
Oh yeah, because then you can place Flash Edge and then like add it. Holy crap, Blade Feather, really cool. Okay. At the end of the battle that your Pelennor Vanguard attack, retire a Rearguard. Call this card to Rear Circle, and it gets plus 5k for each of your locked cards, and hard ones return.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Straight out of the back. Not appropriate for it to get 5k for each locked card.
Ooh. I mean, it does work with Pelennor Reverse, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say the idea is cool. I get objectively I get the idea behind it, but in card design wise, this is pretty much impossible to make.
I mean,
for them to. It's a cool idea. Don't worry, like it's fine, but you're gonna need another. What do you call it? It's better if you pick another condition, restriction, anything but a lock card, because this thing is not reverse. That's just it though. Like that's only it. And it being a hard ones per turn, Ushiro doesn't want to put that ugly line of text after cards anymore.
Yeah, that's true. And like retiring a Rearguard feels a little bit like weird to me. Like I guess I kind of get that it can be troublesome if you already have like open spaces, but she needs you to retire anyway. But if you don't have open spaces, and this is just like free essentially. But yeah, like I do understand the recall. So like I think this second effect is cool in concept. It needed to be handled more gracefully, but bro, this first effect is like dank as hell. I think this first effect is so beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. This is pretty much better than Flash Edge. It's much more appropriate for Pelennor because it counter charge and soul charges like way better than Flash Edge.
Yeah, like so do we give it like a 7 or an 8, you think? Because I'm feeling around there.
I'll give it a 6 because that second skill really brought it down.
Yeah, I'm not as harsh on that second skill, so I'm going to give it a 7.
But all in all, the Pelennor reverse idea was right, but the supporting cards just doesn't feel appropriate for it. Like I get the idea, but it does not fit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel ya. So I actually noticed that one person actually just commented like 24 minutes ago with something of their own. So we got Manran here.
Wow.
Yeah, so Manran came to the party like late for the show but ready to go. So Starvator Legion Black V. Okay. Let's see, 12k power, so it's a Starvator, but it's 12k power. Weird. Okay. Vanguard. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Choose one of your Rearguards, yours or your opponent's, and lock it. Ooh, intriguing. Vanguard Circle. When a Rearguard is locked, gain the following effect based on the original grade of the Rearguard lock. You cannot gain each of the following effects more than once each turn. Grade 0. Countercharge 1 and Soul Charge 1. Grade 1. Draw a card. Grade 2. This unit gets plus 10k power. Grade 3 plus. This unit gets crit plus 1, drive plus 1. And auto, at the end of the battle, this unit attack, block it as a rearguard.
Right off the bat, this card is really, really interesting. It not only fixes the resource issue that Starvaders have, but it also supports Messiah.
Yeah, this is like really cool. Also in the fact that you're like if you wanted to meld Messiah and Starvator in a weird mashup, you could do it now. Like this actually feels like the best of both worlds.
Although I will say it is weird that it can support Messiah because Starvaders have a love-hate relationship with Messiah. Well, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic, but then again, in BRO, I remember some versions of Messiah were running like Chaos Breaker and Starvator stuff, so I'm like, yeah, I guess it's not out of the question. They can work together, right? I mean, they're all like the same clan.
Oh god, was that during G?
Oh, no, it was during V. I was playing V Premium BRO just back in December, and like I ran into 3 Messiah decks, and 2 of them ran Chaos Breaker as a part of their Messiah deck.
Alright.
Yeah, it was kind of freaky. That was actually like one of the most like big decks out there. I mean, it didn't really make it to the top tables more than once, I think, but it was still a really cool idea. But yeah, so you got like resource generation. Grade 1 is a draw. Grade 2 is power, and Grade 3 is like really cool bonuses. Like I this is a little bit weird for me to say, but I think the bonuses that he applied, depending on the grade, feels really appropriate for the grade. Like you would associate grade 0s with like, you know, basic resource, and the grade 1s give you the draw, and then it's like as you go up you're getting more like offensive based skills.
Yeah, this card is really unique.
Yeah, I'm giving this like a 9. I'm giving this a 9, bro.
I'll give it an 8. It's a bit weird. It's the fact that it can both be part of it can be part of Messiah's, which is both weird and unique. I'm not sure how to feel about that, so I'll just give it an 8. But yeah, this card is really interesting.
Yeah, you know what? This might actually be like the ride you do before Chaos Breaker.
God, don't even.
Bro, this just might be it.
IZD for life, baby. Don't even.
Alright, grade 2 is Starvator, Legion, Interceptor. So I guess we're staying with Legion is the idea. I guess it's not even got a Legion mechanic. When this card unlocks, retire it and draw a card. Sure. If 4 or more cards were unlocked this turn, your opponent looks at the top card of their deck and calls it to Rearguard's unlocked card. Oh boy, it doesn't say open Rearguard. Poggers. Cards locked this way unlock at the beginning of the battle. Oh, we're back to that thing. Okay.
Oh no, it's Messiah's again.
If there is no open Rearguard, the card goes to drop. Huh. Wait, if there's no open Rearguard, the card goes to drop. So is it referring to the card that was placed on the top of the deck?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, well then, never mind. It's just a mill. What? Aw, dang it. I thought Legion Interceptor was gonna, like, potentially, like, creep out, like, Zirconium.
Okay, so it is supposed to call to open your card. Alright then.
Dang, it just did it with, like, extra words. You got my hope up, Manran. Dang. Okay. Auto Rearguard. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked, block it. Wow. Same thing as what grade 3 does.
Okay. Another Messiah supporting Starvator. Man, these are weird. These are really creative and weird. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because it doesn't really do anything else. But at least it's better than Neon.
Yeah, like agreed. 7 because it feels very like side grady. Like there's costs and there's benefits to it. Like it's pretty good. But not like that good. Starvator, Legion, Intercessor. So Interceptor, sure.
It's a 7 power. 7 base power, wow.
Yeah, we're going back to like G-based stuff, huh? Okay, Auto Vanguard. Oh, it's a great one with the Vanguard skill. When playing, look at 5 cards at the top of your deck and add a Starvator to your hand. If you added, discard a card. Sure, okay, I guess we can get like a new skew effect. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked or boosted, lock it. Wow.
All right, this feels a bit too overbalanced. Like the first skill can actually just be Vanguard and Rearguard.
Yeah, really. Like new skew is Van or Rear.
Yeah, like I mean, new skill is 8k base and only has one skill, but since OP wants that second skill, I think 7k base is fine. But that first skill really should have been Vanguard or Rearguard. This feels a bit too overbalanced.
Yeah, I agree. Although I will say that at least because of the latest Clan Collection support, there are specific, like, you do have Neon and more particularly Radon, which can work with the whole discard aspect of it. So it's not completely dead in the water, that discard, but then it's like the same problem that Eradicator ran into, which is what? Do you just expect to always have a Rising Phoenix as your convenient pitch target? I don't think so, buddy.
Rising Phoenix needs to be power crap.
Rising Phoenix, oh man, that card's really good, but wait until Narukami actually becomes like super like in the meta, you know? I guess in premium's pretty good, but yeah, like when it's
Death to Rising Phoenix.
Wow.
Death to it.
Bro, sure, kill it. It'll just rise again. It's Rising Phoenix.
I'm so sick of looking at this card. Just give us something new that works with every deck. God damn.
Alright, here comes Ascending Phoenix.
I meant like, oh god, please shut up. I meant like a card that is more catered to a specific deck rather than a generic.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get like a Rising Phoenix, but like as a skill from the Bind Zone, so it can support Dungaree. You know what? Watch me make a card like that. Just you watch. Okay, so Manran, you get an upvote, but I think Legion Intercessor gets. You know what? I'm gonna base it off. You know what? No. I think I'm gonna base off the power. I'm gonna give it a 7, maybe a 6.5. One of those two.
I'll give it a 6. Feels too overbalanced.
Yeah.
The first skill really brings it down.
Interesting. It is cool though. I will say I actually do understand what he was going for here. It's really tough to bridge the gap, but it's cool.
These are really interesting. Like they're Starvators, but they also support Messiah. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I believe that's all that Reddit gave us to look at today. Is there anything we missed?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Well,
so
yes, we did need something.
Oh no! Are we going to see something of yours, bro?
No, we missed the Bang Dream D series one.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, guys, oops. We totally forgot something. Let's continue that.
Yeah, it says 2 tricks of a set, right?
Yeah, like literally, like scrolling up here, I asked. I was like, hey, like 2 or 3, and I'll review them. Not an entire like 2/3 of a set.
It's fine. We'll just make a dedicated video for that instead.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing this for you. What's his name? Can you just scroll down?
Okay, where are you, bro? A7.
So we're doing this for you, A75, if that's even your real name. We're gonna make a new video dedicated for this. It's not like we're out of content or anything. No, it's just but yeah, because you're so special and nice. Yep, that's totally it. Let's go. 10 out of 10.
Okay, fair enough. Again, we'll see though, right? We'll see how well that like set goes. But I really dug a lot of these like units. Like some of them were more lukewarm than others, but overall, like, what would you say is your favorite custom card that was thrown out today?
Ah, man, I want to see the Battle Siren one, but that's so biased.
We accept the bias.
I'll give it to the Felty Rosa.
The Felty Rosa. Yeah, that Felty Rosa just felt like pretty impeccable, to be honest. I really liked what he was going for this Felty Rosa. It's funny that nothing else really lived up to that in his like reveals here. Well, I said reveals, but like custom cards. But yeah, the Felty Rosa was really cool. Ooh, see, looking at this again and again, I think I really like what was doing with the Orgeyser Dragon stuff. I kind of like the Orgeyser Dragon stuff a lot. I like it on like the bias basis because I'm really like a Shadow Paladin guy, but I also say like non-bias and just good skills and good design, I actually might give it to the Battle Siren. I think the Battle Siren just had like a really cool idea. It had a lot of like subtle benefits and it felt like very necessary at the same time. Like, yeah, I actually might like this the best.
Alright, fair enough.
Well, fellas, that's basically going to do it for the video. When another one of these videos is coming on by, we're going to be doing one for the Bang Dream, but of course, I'm going to be making another post with the same basic topic, so next time another one of these videos comes around, please do give us your custom cards and effects and whatnot, because we do enjoy doing this. These were like pretty cool to look over, and yeah, if you do enjoy like this kind of content, then yeah, please leave a subscription down below and comment. Any closing remarks before we call it for today?
Well, I mean, I just hope that I wasn't too mean because, I mean, I don't make the most perfect cards either. I just hope that I wasn't too mean to the people in this video.
Yeah, same here. You know, we don't want to be like those like guys who are like, oh, spells own cards and then proceeds to go, oh, what a lower quality card. These cards just have no balancing whatsoever. They have no sense of realism with the game.
These cards don't go as far as my nipple does. What?
Oh my god, dude, okay. This is where we end it. Okay, fellas. Well, thank you for tuning in.
And see you guys next time. Good.
God bless.